Welcome everyone. We are going to explore the moves that we learned, a little remixed. Again, the focus of this flowing class will be on your midsection, so your front, side, and back bodies. Let's get started in an easy seat. You may want to elevate your hips, and you can shut your eyes or gaze down. And just take a moment to come in. Notice if your body is holding any tension. No judgments. Just invite any areas to relax and release. You may notice if your mind is busy or calm. Just meeting yourself exactly where you're at. And then bringing focus to your breath. The natural rise and fall of your inhale and exhale. Then opening your eyes, sit tall, inhale up, exhale. Keeping your bottom grounded, reach your right arm up and over, and then release. Now your left, up and over, and release. Hands on your thighs, take a gentle hinge forward. And then come up, open your chest. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Left arm up and over. Release. Now your right arm up and over. And release. Hands on your thighs, hinge forward. Come up, shoulder blades together and down. And relax. Now cross your legs the opposite direction. Sit tall. Palms up. Take ear to shoulder, chin to chest, and ear to shoulder. Just to the front, letting your head become heavy. Even yourself out, bring your head up center, and then take a hinge forward. Come up, open your chest. Hands to your thighs. One more round of the half neck circles. Circling, loosening out. There's a spot that needs opening, hold it there. Always allowing for a little play. And then bring your head back center. Take one more hinge. And then gently come up and open. Release. Come onto your hands and knees. Remember to stack shoulders and wrists, knees and hips. And we'll start with cat and cows. Inhaling, looking ahead. Exhaling and rounding. Deep breath in as you open your heart center. And a nice full exhale as you round. Maybe even shutting your eyes here. Noticing if flexion or extension feels better for you. It can definitely change day to day. One more. And then open up your knees. Pull back into child's pose. Keep your breath. Fingers are spread apart. Tuck your toes. Lift up into your first down dog. Remember, you can pedal. You can stay still. You can lift both heels. Now take a shift forward into plank. Pause in plank, hips level with your shoulders. Activate your midsection. Maybe hover your knees. Lift up. Hover, hold. Lift. And one more time, hover, hold. Lift and come back into down dog. Take your gaze forward, walk your feet to your hands. Forward fold. Come into a half lift. Release. Reverse your swan dive all the way up. Hands to heart center. Stand nice and tall in mountain. Inhale up. Exhale, lead with your heart, swan dive and fold. Half lift. Now spread your fingers. Walk back into your plank. Know you can kneel. Hover. Lift. And come into down dog. Now in down dog. Take your right leg up. Shift forward, knee comes in. Lift up. And release down. Tuck your left leg up, feel your glute. Shift forward, squeeze your knee in. Lift back up. And lower down. Pause and down dog. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Take your gaze forward. Walk your feet to your hands. Forward fold. Now come into a half lift, flat back. And fold. Slowly reverse your swan dive. And bring hands to heart center. Nice and tall in mountain. Inhale up. Exhale, swan dive and fold. Half lift. Step back into plank. Pause. Maybe hover your knees. Lift back up. Come into down dog. This time your right leg is going to lift. One-legged down dog. Now shift forward, bring your knee in, and scoot it all the way forward. Come onto your fingertips. Now hover, fly over your front thigh. Feel your posture muscles, middle of your back of your shoulders. Sweep up. Now take your hands to frame your front foot and twist towards your front right leg. Release. Step back into down dog. Pause and breathe. Your left leg comes up. Feel your glute. Now come into a plank, bring your knee in, feel your core. Shift forward. Come onto your fingers. Really feel your left leg activate as you fly and hover. Sweep your arms up. Now, sweep them down. Sorry, I've just got to adjust myself here. And then take a twist towards your front leg. Double check that your knee is lined up with your toes when it's bent. And then release down. Now step back into plank and hold. Take your right hand center and just lift up into a side plank. Knowing you can kneel down. Come center and we'll switch. Left hand comes center. Lift your hips up high. Feel your side body activating. Now come back center. Stay in full plank or kneel. Chaturanga all the way down. Hug your upper arms in. Turn your toes down. Lift and hold baby cobra. So again, it's small but very mighty for your back body. Think of your elbows drawing towards your bottom. Breathe. Chin's a little off of your chest. Your gaze is down. Now relax your hands. Push up. Open up your knees. And take a pause in child's pose. Or it's okay to wiggle your hips a little to add a little play. And come up onto your hands and knees. Find tabletop. Opposite arm, opposite leg lift. And then release. Switching sides. Keeping your shoulders and hips parallel with your mat. Reaching with fingers and feet. Grounding with your hands and your knees. Gaze should be down at your mat. Just switching sides. Thinking about strengthening your back body. One more round, opposite arm, opposite leg. And then open up your knees, pull back into child's pose. When you're ready, down dog. Right leg goes up. Shift forward, sweep your knee in. Bring it all the way into a low lunge. On your fingertips, fly. Now this time, sweep up. Now take your hands to heart center. Launch in to your right leg and see if you can just lift your knee and hold. Press your palms, feel your abdominals contracting. Now float your leg back, hinge from your hip into warrior three. Float your leg down, come on back, high lunge. Hands sweep down, take a twist towards your front leg. And then release. Stepping back, down dog, take a breath. Left leg lifts up, one-legged down dog. Sweep your knee forward into the plank. Coming into low lunge, take time to adjust. When you're adjusted, hover and fly. Sweep your arms up, high lunge, relax your shoulders. Now hands to heart center, take your weight into your left leg, tiptoe your right, and then float your right knee up. Look ahead, find your balance. Bring your leg back, flex your foot. Come into warrior three. Float your leg down. Sweep up into high lunge. Bring your hands down to meet your feet. And then open, twist. Now relax down. Bring your back foot in to meet your front. Forward fold. Come into a half lift. Fold. Reverse your swan dive nice and slow all the way up. And bring your hands into heart center. Now, turn towards me. 5-star position. Like a Y, take up space. Fingers are reaching out, toes are reaching out. Let's do a very slow moonflower. Squeezing your elbows back. Coming up. And then a sunflower, hinging from your hips, sweeping. And coming up. One moonflower. And one sunflower. Breathe, deep, deep breath, guiding you through your practice. Knowing if you ever want to take a break and just breathe. So powerful. One more round, moonflower. And a sunflower. Hands to heart center. Now, we're just going to turn. Come to the top of your mat. Stand tall, inhale up. Exhale, swan dive and fold. Half lift. Fingers spread apart. Step back into plank. Hover. Now take your knees down, barely, don't touch, just hover your mat. Come up. Take your right arm in, come up into a side plank and hold. Back center. Now try your left. Hovering and holding. Come back in. Now lower your knees down, open up. And just take a nice peaceful moment in child's pose. Breathe. Feel the surrendering of child's pose, the release. When you're ready, tuck your toes, lift your bum up, down dog. Right leg comes to the sky. Use your abdominals, sweep through into plank. Find low lunge. Come to your fingertips. Hover your front thigh. Sweep up into a high lunge. Take your weight into your front foot. Float your knee up. Pause. Know this is a ton of core strength right here. Now lengthen your leg behind, activate your glute. Tip into warrior three, into the T. Float your left leg down, reach back up, high lunge. Take your hands to frame your front foot. Twist towards your right leg. And release. Step back into down dog. Knees bent, take a few breaths. This time your left leg will come up to the sky. Shift forward, use your powerful core. Scoot into low lunge. Hover and fly. Reach up. Take your weight into your left leg. Press your palms. Lift your right knee and just balance and hold. Now take your leg back, feel your glute, hinge from your hip into warrior three, into the T. Now step back, press your hip forward as you reach up. Release your hands down, take a twist towards your left leg. Relax, step your back foot in to join your forward foot. Fold forward. Come into your half lift. And fold. Bend your knees a lot. Reverse your swan dive as you take up space. Hands to heart center. Now step out wide. One very slow moonflower. And then one sunflower, hinging from your hips. Think slow motion here. Opening your chest. Hinging from your hips. One more. Hands to heart center. Now walk your feet in. Go ahead and come back to a seated position. So just sitting upright. Just like we started. Fingertips down. Inhale up. Exhale down. This time left arm reaches up and over. Relax, and then do your right. Release. Hands to your thighs, hinge forward. Notice where you feel this, hips low back. And then come up, open your chest. Hands down, left arm up and over. And release. Now you're right. Release. Inhale up. Exhale. One more hip hinge. come up, sitting tall, palms up, ear to shoulder, chin to chest, and ear to shoulder. Just nice and slow, circling to the front. Then bring your head up center. Cross your legs the other way. And take a hinge forward. Again, just notice the subtle differences between your sides, between sitting with your legs crossed a little differently. And then gently come up, palms up. Relax your neck to the front. Maybe even just holding it in a certain spot. And your head comes center. Take a hinge. Feel that just right opening. And then relax. So we focused on standing, on engaging your core, standing and throughout our flows, as well as balance. Now we're going to take it down and do some opening movements and also still focus on your core. Now go ahead, lie all the way down, and let's start by hugging both knees into your chest. You can massage out your back, doing a little rock side to side. It also may feel good to keep your knees together and just to make some circles. So pressing your low back into the ground and then going the opposite direction, circling. Now relax your feet down. Heels are just a few inches from your bottom. Arms are up, so your forearms are on, or your upper arms are on the ground. Press through your heels and just lift up into bridge. This is strengthening your bottom, hamstrings, and your low back. And then gently lower down. Now you can leave your arms right here, or you can bring them overhead. And as you lift your hips, just bring them to your sides. And then overhead as you lower your hips down. You may want to inhale as you lift and exhale as you lower. So this is a flowing bridge. Take your time. Feel yourself pressing evenly through your feet, keeping your hips even, controlling your motion up, and then controlling it on the way down. Try for 2 more flowing bridges. And on your last one, go ahead and hold. Now right here, if you like, you can tuck your shoulders under and come into chest expansion. Or you can just keep your arms by your sides. Keep your breath steady, just holding your bridge. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Again, strengthening your bottom, your low back. One more breath. Now release your hands, come down, hug your knees back into your chest. Oh, maybe stay right here, feeling your tailbone all the way through your neck connected. Perhaps doing a little rock side to side, massaging out your back. Hands light behind your thighs, circling your knees. Going in the opposite direction, circling. And then holding. Now taking your feet wide for windshield wipers. Palms up, arms relaxed. Feet may be even wider than your mat. Just letting both knees drop to one side, pressing your top hip forward. And just pause there. You can shut your eyes, let your head, shoulders, everything relax down. Slowly bring your knees back up. Let them drop in the opposite direction. You're just letting yourself really sink into this opening. Let gravity assist you. Coming up center, switching. One more time, holding your windshield wiper. Coming up center, switching. And then coming up. Now walking your feet in, take one leg, cross it all the way over, let it open up, flex your foot. Maybe stay right here for lying down pigeon, or reach through and just hug in and hold. Getting a nice opening deep in your hip. You may want to rock a little side to side again. Massage out your hip. And then release. Uncross and just switch sides. Crossing, opening, maybe reaching through, maybe doing that little rock side to side or staying still. And relaxing down. Lengthen out your body, full body stretch. Just take a roll so you're on your belly. And if you're like me, kind of positioned weird, I'm scooting back on my mat. Now come onto your forearms. Push your forearms down and just feel a nice opening through your front. Now there's going to be a few different options for bow. Option one is just pressing the top of your feet up and pressing your hips down right where we are. Now if you have the space, you can reach around, grab your ankles, and then do a little kick. So you're pressing your feet and your hands away from each other, similar to dancer. So you're opening the front of your legs, your hip flexors, and your chest. Breathe, breathe, breathe. This is called bow. A couple more breaths. And then release. Push up. Open up your knees and pull back into a restful child's pose. Now come back forward to a modified plank. Lower down. Come up on your elbows. Taking any part of this, your feet come up. And maybe you reach around, grab your ankles, and then do a little kick. So pushing your hands and your ankles away from each other. Breathing, breathing, breathing. Second round of bow. Now slowly release. Push yourself up and open up into a restful child's pose. Maybe letting your forehead relax on a block, a pillow, the backs of your hands. And start letting your body surrender in. Get heavier and heavier with each exhale. Slowly make your way up. Take a moment to find an easy seat, and of course, sit on your bolsters, elevate your hips. And then just shut your eyes, bring your hands to heart center. You may want to take a minute to think of 3 small gratitudes. I am grateful for 3 small gratitudes. And notice how you feel at the end of your practice. Thank yourself for showing up, for taking care of you. We'll open our eyes, ending our session with Namaste. The light in me respects the light in you. Namaste. So I hope that you are potentially feeling powerful and confident. Again, our core, front, side, and back bodies, all of our movement originates from our center. So it's really important to have it dynamically, all the muscles work together in a functional manner. And I think you see that in a lot of the flows, especially from the one-legged down dog, bringing the knee in and coming into lunge, holding the planks, being on your hands and knees, all of the balance asanas. So as we move forward, just continue. Embrace again the challenges and do what you can do confidently. Let the rest go, because it will come. Like I said, one day you get out of your head, you built up strength, openness in your body, and core strength, and all of a sudden you just float into things. So it's okay to feel ungraceful, clumsy, scoot your foot up. It's all good. Thank you for joining. Again, I am confident, I am powerful. It all comes from our middle, our core. Think about, as you go through your day-to-day, how can you activate more? I'll see you again soon.